Sir, I would like to ask you this thing that why is H-index important for researchers? Like how it is really useful for researchers?
Now, let me tell you, Mr. Chandan, by your channel, I would like to elaborate the most important thing that
Hmm.
before I should go come towards the importance of H index. Now, let me tell you what is meant by the Google Scholar, what is meant by RG score, what is H index, I index,
Hmm.
and then we come towards this answer. Now, let me tell
Hmm.
you, I've already told you in my last interview that the most important aspect that we see in the Scholar is the citations, the H index,
Hmm.
and the I
Hmm.
index. So
Hmm.
let me tell you, there are basically three basic areas that actually determine your H index. So only Google is not determining your H index. It
Hmm.
is determined from three websites. The one website that is number one is Google Scholar.
Hmm.
Second is your Scopus, which
Hmm.
is actually taken and nobody sees that because Scopus is the main website that is actually determining your H index. And the
Hmm.
third is known as your ResearchGate. So
Hmm.
ResearchGate even gives your H index and even it gives your research score. So
Hmm.
what is H index? Now suppose if one paper of yours is cited one time, your H index becomes one. Now if your two papers are cited two times, it becomes
Hmm.
two. Three
Hmm.
papers, four papers, which means like you are improving your papers and the people are getting recognitions, your H index and your I index is actually improving. So
Hmm.
I index, what is I index? If your one paper at least gets cited 10 times, I'm saying 10 times, not 20
Hmm.
times, 30 times, even minimum, which means that if you have 10 papers and out of that one paper is cited 10 times, your I index will become one.
Yes.
Similarly, if your second paper become again 10 citations, then it becomes two. So now if you see at the time of this interview, I'm having 1500 citations with H index of 21 and I index of 52, which is
Hmm.
one of the best, which means that right now my 20 papers are cited 20 times.
Hmm.
Okay, meaning that is called H index 20. And my 52 papers are cited individually at least
Hmm.
10 times. That is known
Hmm.
as H index and I index. So
Hmm.
the question is, what is the importance? Now let me come towards your interview question. So importance is very important for this because this is actually your scale and you and
Hmm.
nobody knows about this thing that every year, like we recently have found the JCR impact factor, that these impact factors are improving. So many people don't even calculate their impact factor. So what I always tell them, tell the people that to please also calculate your JCR impact factor. Like suppose you have published 6 papers. Okay, one is on 3 impact factor last year. Now today it is on 4 impact factor. Maybe next year it can even jump less to 2.8. So please calculate your cumulative impact factor. What is the impact factor of the journal? How many papers you have in that journal? So please do the plus mathematics. So right now I'm having, as of today, Mr. Chandan, that I'm having 103 impact factor.
Wow,
This
that's
is
great.
one of the best I can say. So
Hmm.
regarding the H index, as you can see that the start point, that how effectively the research is being utilized. And I've already told you in your last interview that if you are publishing a paper in SCI journal, it's the halfway journey. The
Hmm.
paper will only become important once the paper gets recognition. Recognition
Hmm.
means that the people are using that paper in their own research. They are actually
Hmm.
basing your paper in order to do the advanced work, which means today your work is actually used by other people to
Hmm.
improve their next
Own
piece.
work.
So that's the reason everybody that H index becomes very important, because with this H index you can calculate that your research is actually latest, it is market ready, researchers
Hmm.
are actually following you and they are reading your paper, you're improving your RG score with more number of reads, with more number of score. Right now my reads are crossing, Mr. Chandan, it is about 2,60,000. That is
Hmm.
among the top 3% in the world. And even my
Hmm.
RG score is 31.25 at the time
Hmm.
of this interview. So you
Hmm.
can say that with the H index, you are actually defining how
Hmm.
much your papers are doing better. And you can
Hmm.
even understand that what type of papers are actually required. Because let me tell you, even if you publish the papers, not even my
Hmm.
all papers are even cited today. Even my
Hmm.
2 years back paper have not received some of the citations. But
Hmm.
those papers that are getting citations, they are actually defining my specialization, that these are the areas that are catching the attraction. And this is the area that I should work. So H
Okay.
index gives you a strong platform. They give you the direction. They gives
Hmm.
you understanding the community. They even making you recognizable in the community. So
Okay.
in order to become more popular researcher for more
Hmm.
collaboration, once your H index is improving, which means your papers, your impact, your significance is
Hmm.
improving. So that's the answer from my side. In order to become an effective researcher in the near world, your effective
Hmm.
significance, your directions, your
Hmm.
community-based collaboration, it all
Hmm.
depends on H index.
Wow, wow, wow. That's great. That's great. So I'm really thankful for this really nice answer that you have given to us. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.